Can I show them my tray?
Mm-hmm.
Do I show them the tag of what it is?
Yeah.
Can I just pull it out of the soil?
Hi everyone, welcome back. So this video, I'm going to give you a quick look at where we're up to on the farm, what we're doing, kind of what stage of the process we're up to. And I'm also going to show you what I do with all our lemons. And then I'll pop some recipes in the description box. So here I'm at our studio, which is half finished, so excuse the mess. But what I've done is I've put this is full of spiders in here. And we've actually set off 3 spider bombs to try to kill them all. It was so full of spiders, like really bad ones too, like redbacks and just the ones you don't want to get bitten by. So we actually had to fumigate it. It's pretty bad. Back to the farm. We bought a heat pad. I'm going to link this for you below because that's the size of it. It's huge. And everywhere else I looked, they were really small. And I'm thinking, oh, it's going to cost us a fortune to do this. But what it was just a heat pad that you couldn't control the temperature on. It just brought the soil up by, I don't know how many degrees. It just raised the temperature. But it had this external, you could buy this external thermostat and you just put the probe in the soil and it overrides the mat. So all up for this thermostat and the big heat pad, it was $100. And then I've got these little plug trays from eBay. So I've got Lisianthus, 2 of Lisianthus and 2 of Billy Buttons. And we were doing it without plastic on the top, but they were just drying out so fast. Every time I water, I've got to pull that off and put it back on. But it was the quickest, cheapest way to get the job done right now. And you can already see it's like starting to fog up from condensation. So it's, you know, the evaporation under there was, I'd say like pretty insane, to be honest. Okay, next thing to show you is we finished planting all the seed for our cool flowers, or the hardy annuals. So if you go back a few videos ago, if you go to my YouTube channel, I showed a video where we set this up, this low grow tunnel. And this is pretty much what we grow all of our seeds in the cool months. And it works amazing for us. I'm going to show you. So this was actually up, it was on the ground last year, just straight onto the ground. But we found it a bit difficult because the grass was going crazy. So what I did was, this is an existing raised garden bed. We filled it full of, it was actually mounded up. You'll see it in that video. We filled it full of kind of mulch and grass clippings and compost. Covered it in black plastic so it'll break down. And at the same time, that compost is providing warmth to the bottom of our seeds. So I should check what that temp is, but it's actually pretty nice in there, like a nice little bed of warmth. And then we put the cover over, it holds all the moisture in and it keeps the heat in there. Oh, I should tell you what the temperature is before I let it get cool. It was at 20 degrees Celsius. So what's that, like 70 degrees Fahrenheit? That's pretty good. I mean, a lot of these seeds are germinating around that, which as you can tell, they're doing. So we've got 8 big rows of flowers here. We've got Luxbar, the ranunculus that I have grown from seed. I'm actually really happy. It was a really cheap way to grow ranunculus. Not sure what kind of flowers we'll get from this year. Sweet William, snapdragons, feverfew, which we're going to have to succession plant this one. Status. That's a white status, the iceberg, and then we've got the apricot one. And sea holly, which is amazing. And I just bought some from the wholesaler, so I'll show you that too. And then this little end is my end. This is just stuff I want to grow. So we've got coriander, sweet peas. The sweet peas are a backup. I've actually put seed in the ground, but I'm just growing some just in case. My pansies, because I love them. And I have 2 more trays of pansies that I've got to water and move. But I've run out of space in here. I can't fit them in. Remember last week how I said I'm sitting in the veggie patch and I'm planting out the ornamental kale, and then I got sidetracked and went and did the dahlias? Well, I'll show you the kale. It's under here. We've had to put a net on it because we think the rabbits started getting to it. They're growing really well. They've about doubled in size now, and they're so pretty. I'll put a picture up so you can have a look. So there's just a little bit of it, and ideally we should have started that a little bit earlier. We probably could have been harvesting it now if I had have got onto that earlier. But we make these notes and we write it down ready for next season. Get that started way earlier. So now we're heading over to the... Oh, I'm so puffed all the time now. Just found out I'm anemic, so it explains a lot. But anyway, that's why I'm usually very fit. Like I can... Anyway, who cares? Bells of Ireland. Moroni assures me that these are going fine. I don't know. I feel a bit worried about them, to be honest. I'll give you a look. I don't even know what they're supposed to look like. Is that them? Or is that a weed? I probably should sow some seeds in a tray at the same time that I plant some out. Like sow them in the field so that I can tell what things are when they're coming up. And the ranunculus. So these corms we soaked, but we didn't pre-sprout. They're only just starting to pop through. So there's one there. Look, they're just starting there. And then over here we've got, the plant that I can't say the name of. Azalea Godicha. Oh. And I've also got sweet peas planted all the way along the trellis. That's why I've got those other couple of trays of sweet peas, just in case that's a fail. I've got to back up and I can get them in. And I'm not really growing sweet peas to sell as cut flowers anymore. I'm growing them for the seed, and it's pretty. But I'm a little bit allergic to them. And this little section is my raspberry patch. I don't know if I've shared this story before, but I had a beautiful raspberry patch, like that full 12-metre bed. And friends came out to help us one day to weed, and they weeded the wrong bed, and they completely eradicated my raspberries, all of them. And if you've grown raspberries, you know how hard that is to do. So they did an amazing job of weeding the wrong bed. So I was really sad. And it's been like 3 years. So that little 3-metre section is just, I had to buy new canes. It's going to fruit really well next year. I'll take you out to the paddock. Here we are. Moroni's been getting the beds ready. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then there's 2 more to pop in up the end here. And then that is our cool flowers. But as you can see, this is our climate in winter. So it's a little bit different to the people farming cool flowers in the US in the colder zones where the ground actually freezes. Our ground doesn't freeze. And it actually gets quite warm. If we were to have covers on those beds with plants under it, we'd have to pull the covers off today. It'd get too hot. And I don't know if that's the same for you guys, but I'm guessing some states just wouldn't see the sun for a long time. Well, not warm sun. I don't know. Tell me how that works for you. But it does give us a little bit of room for error here. I mean, we're obviously running late on getting this done, but I don't feel too worried because the plants aren't really going to sit dormant for very long. They're just going to, well, I know they don't sit dormant, but we're not dealing with icy cold ground. Okay, do you want to see the future plans for this paddock? Where's my best vantage point? So we've got that bed, it's the cool flowers bed. And we chose that spot because it obviously gets sun in the middle of winter, which is good, but it also means it gets stinking hot sun in the early summer and late spring. So, you know, the cool flowers might die out a bit quicker. But we'll have other stuff coming up. So here's the plan. There's that cool flowers plot. We're sticking another plot in here. And it's going to have more, obviously more flowers, just kind of random mixes things and succession planted plants mainly. And then up in this patch up here, we're going to have another plot. It's going to be zinnias. The whole thing is zinnias. And out across the back up here, like around sort of where the ground gets sort of really all over the place, we are going to plant out natives. And then over, this is our junk pile that we plan to clean up before summer, but probably isn't going to happen, let's be realistic. This entire field for future is going to be a wildflower meadow with just big sprinklers set up in it to water it, and then whatever survives, survives. Because we do grow a lot of flowers that self-seed. And I kind of want to keep them in the one spot, and I just thought, flower meadow, how cute, let's just do that. And there will be things that just go crazy, like the paper daisies were all here and those seeds just went everywhere. Oh, it's already coming up. Oh, Moroni's going to be so excited. This has happened very quickly. This is the bachelor's buttons, and look, those little tufts is the next season of those just from the seeds that dropped. So I suspect it's everywhere, which is fine. That's exciting. This was ranunculus and zinnias, and we didn't pull up these ranunculus corms. We just left them because this is the patch that flooded. So there's a chance we may get some random flowers in here. This season, we're not going to worry ourselves too much with this wildflower meadow. What grows, grows, and we'll water it. And we'll just let it reseed and start. Someone's trying to call me. Hang on. It was a call from Amazon to inform me that I've had fraud. So, sounds believable. We will put our effort into the meadow. And I've got these plans. Like, I eventually want to have this beautiful hothouse out here. Really dumb spot to put a hothouse, but it'll just look so cute. Maybe I'll do something different. I don't know, like a nice cute A-frame cubby or something. I don't know. But can you imagine, like, kids coming out here and running through the flowers, hopefully not getting bitten by snakes, and playing in a cubby surrounded by a flower meadow. And then some really big rocks, like to sit and stand on for photos. This was the Chocolate Queen Anne's lace from last year. I can't see any of that springing up, but I loved it. I've got more seed. So don't panic. Anyways, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Okay, a couple of big things. As you know, if you watched a couple of videos ago, we're going all in, and I think that video was something about you can't work for someone else and go all in, or something like that, where we talked about the fact that Moroni's job's ending, and we're kind of tired of that happening, but we really felt, don't just go all in with the farm, that's it. Like, so we're a week away from his job ending, and you can see we've got a lot of flowers going on out there. We don't feel worried though. We still really, really feel this was the right thing for us to do. So it's like this massive leap of faith, and I've done that so many times in my life, especially recently. Just felt what I needed to do, and it didn't make sense to anyone else. It was very difficult, but it worked out. So I think sometimes you just know. So it's like this massive, big change for our lives, and Moroni is really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, and we're going for it. So wish us luck. Hopefully it goes okay. No, I think it will. And I think for now, that is us up to date with the flower farm. Here I am next to my lemon tree. I'm going to show you something that we did with all our lemons, just as a little break from the normal routine. Oh, he wants that pie.
Yes.
You want the pie? Does that look good to Mummy? Does that look yummy? Can you see the yummies? Can you see the yummy things? Can you see them? Mmm. Hello, we're back. So I've finished up. I've done heaps and heaps and heaps of the dehydrated lemon. Nice like this. And it's really good. Well, I use it for crafts, but you can also put that in water. It'll rehydrate and then flavour the water, or for whatever you want to use. So I mainly use that for crafts. And then we've got our lemon butter, which is delicious. I think I've got one. The lid popped open, so I'll come show you. It's so yum. So you can use that in pies or whatever, but we buy natural yogurt that's got no sugars or flavourings. And then we'll put a little bit of maple syrup in it to sweeten it, and then we put our own flavourings. So the lemon butter makes it like a sort of a lemon pie sort of flavour. And then I have this, I make like a berry syrup, and it's just got like honey and like a little bit of lemon juice. So that's what I've done, so much lemon juice, and I've just done it in these little like ice cubes, little ones. And that, I just did heaps of it. I'll probably do a little bit more, because you can use this for so many things. You can put it, if you just want a little bit of lemon in your food. If a recipe calls for lemon juice, you've got it on hand. I can make that lemon meringue pie again using this. Anything that you need lemon juice for, you've got it in your freezer. And those little portions are about half a lemon's worth of juice. Then I've frozen some lemon slices. So they're just to pop in drinks, really. I'm going to do some limes as well. We got given a whole bag of limes. So I'm going to do similar things with the limes. And the lemon meringue pie, can't show you that because we ate it. I have to put a picture in. That didn't last very long. It was really good. So that's it for us this week. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of extra stuff. I just thought I would love to see more of people's lifestyles, not just all farming, because we all have a life and it's fascinating to me anyway. So hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next week. Bye.